So, today I'm gonna show you a very good way to design a head and a face for a character design. This is the easiest way that I know, alright? So, let's create here the folder, alright? If you have a paper and a pencil, I recommend you to pick it up and draw with me. First of all, we want to make a head shape. It doesn't matter what type of shape you use, as long as it's symmetrical. You can use a symmetrical tool, a lot of programs have that. I will not use it, alright? Also in paper you don't use it, so yeah. So by a shape, I mean a square, for example. A rectangle. This is a rectangle, not a square. Alright, you have a rectangle, you can also use a square, you also can use like a circle, oval, right? You can do like a type of triangle like this, I don't know how this is called. Basically any shape you want, as long as you have some space here to make the face, you're good to go. And it has to be symmetrical because we want to make like the front view of the face. So, for me, I'm gonna use a rectangle this time. I'm sorry if I draw very bad, but I'm in a very uncomfortable position. Alright, here we have the rectangle. Now, what we want to do is draw a line in the center. This line, it doesn't need to be perfect, alright? Don't break your head in, oh, it has to be exactly in the middle. No, you just put it around here, maybe, you know, you test it a little bit. Here, the next step is drawing another line in the middle, horizontal. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. Sometimes you want to put it up, sometimes you want to put it down. Depends on your character. This is the line of the eyes. Now, where do I place the eyes? In this line, the center and the end of the face, the middle. Again, around the middle. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Around here, you put 2 dots, alright? Just that. Now, in the eyes, slightly above, to your choosing how above, you put 2 lines and these are the eyebrows. Then you pick the middle here, alright? I'm gonna pick this so you can see better. I pick this and I search the middle, right? This one. Now, here's the good thing about this method. It's very personalized. You make things at your own choosing. So, at any point around this line, you can put your nose at any point. If you do it like very up, you're pushing too much. If you do it exactly down, you're pushing maybe too much. I would recommend to do it like in the lower zone around here, but you put it whatever you like. It will look okay. You can choose a circle, maybe this thing, this curve line, play around, alright? There are different ways to make a simple nose. I will choose a triangle. Well, it's not exactly a triangle, but you get the point. Once you choose it, where your nose is, you pick, I'm gonna change color again, you pick the lowest part of your nose and you measure the middle. From the chin to this point, the middle. And the same, all this line, at any point you can put a mouth, even here, and it will look okay, alright? So, I'm gonna put it here, and it's to your choosing. All this you personalized. That's why this is very good for character design. Now, the last thing is the hairline. And where do we put the hairline? You throw a line through the eyebrows and you pick this point, alright? And you measure from the top of the head and this point, the middle and any point around this line, alright, you can put your hairline. I will put it here. Around this point, without ending in the head, right, you throw it down, and once you reach the line of eyebrows, you do a little arc and you touch the point of the eyes. And we have our head. Now, you don't need to put ears, but if you want to put ears, we have to take the eyebrow lines and the bottom point of the nose and throw a line. And here we do like this motion, alright? This top goes here and this bottom goes here, like this. And here the same. Inside the ear, we will put this weird shape, like this. Told you, very easy. Now, this is a very simplified way, but this works with almost everything. So, here the stuff is that you have already the measurements, you have already the proportions. Now you can lower the opacity of this and draw on top without thinking, oh, here goes the eyes, oh, here goes the eyebrows, oh, here goes the nose. You already have all that. You just draw like your character following the guidelines and everything with whatever you like. For example, I want to do like this type of anime eyes with these eyebrows. You do it your own, right? You put the nose. If I want to put like these lines, if I want to do a third eye, for example, I can put it here. Look, a third eye. And if I want to put horns, I'm gonna put horns. Here we have the hairline, so I just follow that, right? And here I can draw the hair, and let's do like a curly hair. I will do like elf ears, maybe. You know, we are making like some sort of demon. And the thing with this method is that you just have to play around, test things, see how you like. For example, here I will put like this mustache, and then here this, right? And look, I already have my character design, huh? Obviously, you can improve this, you can make it more realistic, less realistic, you can follow more the guidelines that you have put it, you can follow less these guidelines, whatever you like. I hope it's understandable and it's not too messy, and the fact that I speak a very bad English, it's not an issue in this video. So, what a lot of people do when they are designing characters, they don't construct like usual ways of constructing a face. They make the shape of the face that they want. That is what we have done. The same way that I made this rectangle, right, for this face, I make like a shape for a face. For example, this, right? I make like this shape. This is not a final shape, it's just what I have in my head for the character that I want. Now, the same way that we have thrown some lines and everything, here normally people throw a couple of lines to help them in terms of direction and other stuff, and here they start to construct. The disclaimer of this type of usage and construction in character design is that you need a certain level of understanding on what the anatomy of a face looks like and how does it work, right? Also, you will make mistakes making this, so you have to go on the run and go fixing them while you draw. Now, this is not a very accurate way to draw, but is a very flexible way. Well, this in a certain way is very similar to this. The only difference is that For doing this, you need a certain knowledge of the anatomy of a face, you know, the skull, the muscles, and everything. And here, you don't need that. With this one, you can have zero idea and just do it. So yeah, this will help you to explore ideas, to explore character designs, and play with it the same way that a lot of professionals play with this type of method. So yeah, I hope this helps, alright? For this method, there is a similar method for side view and 3/4, alright? But I think the video is already too long. So who knows, maybe I do another of this. So yeah, I hope this helps. Hope you enjoyed the video also. And yeah, a hug to everyone. Bye.